raising a protector and a provider, and the last thing I want is my son to end up with your dusty daughter thinking that being submissive to a good man is oppression. When a woman acts bitter, we call it healing. When a woman dresses provocatively, we call it empowerment.
Cannot have a salary cap. He needs to have multiple streams of income.
I think you're God's gift. You're not worth any of those things.
Really smart, handsome, attractive guy. 10 amazing women.
So not one man ever looked at me and said, let me put this bitch up. Let me buy this bitch a Range Rover.
How you don't want to be married, but you have dreams of being somebody's mother?
A society full of women with no accountability. Guess what? It just repeats the cycle. And then the daughters grow up the same exact way. We're teaching our daughters how to be queens instead of being wives. So let me ask you this. How is this going to balance out? Okay, we're teaching young men to be gentle. I'm a boy mom. Teaching young men to be gentlemen, to be providers, to pay for everything, to open the doors. Meanwhile, we're telling our daughters, know your worth and never settle. So one side's learning selflessness, the other side's learning self-prioritization. But unfortunately, little girls are taught what do they deserve versus what do they also bring to the relationship. And I'm raising a protector and a provider, and the last thing I want is my son to end up with your dusty daughter thinking that being submissive to a good man is oppression. And last I checked, equality doesn't mean that women get to wear the crown while men get to carry the cross. So women, a lot of this is directed towards you. So before you come at me, don't be out here listening to reply. Listen to what I'm saying, have some accountability, and then come at me.
If I have a son one day, here's the best dating advice I'm going to give him. Treat her like a queen and give her the world, but only when you know that she wants you to be the one to do that for her. I see so many men trying so hard on the front end to impress a woman, and ultimately, unless she already feels attracted to him, it doesn't work. And it breaks my heart every time to see it because it teaches men to do less. But the takeaway isn't to do less, it's to know who to do more for.
Is raise strong, good men. Meanwhile, where's the outcry? Raise good women to be wives.
For real, for real.
I mean, this whole feminist movement just basically rebranded toxicity and threw some fake lashes on it. When a woman is acting selfish, we call it self-love. When a woman acts bitter, we call it healing. When a woman dresses provocatively, when she's disrespectful to men, hating, bashing men, we call it empowerment. And spoiler alert, accountability isn't emotional abuse. It's called growth. I mean, think about this one. If a man cheats, oh, what a dirty dog. He's a POS. He is this, he is that. If a woman cheats, we just say, what did he do to her to make her do that? I couldn't imagine being a man dating right now because you women exhaust me. And I'm sorry to break it to you, sis, but delusion is not a love language.
Firm believer that if you're dating a man, you should not be showing him wife tendencies, wife skills, wifey traits until that man earns it. I was talking to a girlfriend of mine and she was like, yeah, like reorganize his cabinets and like, you know, gave him like a dish tray and like gave him something of mine so that his life could be a little more organized and better. Oh my God. I almost gifted a man a plant. Like I almost went out and bought a nice plant because I was like, oh, this would look really nice in your apartment. And you said you kind of thought you would like one. Like I almost went and like brought this man a plant. And then he like dead ass disrespected me that night. You got to earn that shit. I'm glad.
Wait a minute. I'm sure before that, the man's bought her tons of things. I'm sure he's in a relationship with you. He paid most of the dinner bills. And you couldn't buy him a plant? Now, what the lady said before the last lady, right? She said she has to earn it. But the second lady said, you can find a lady out there. Men don't know. Men don't know who to trust. Seriously, it's too much. and it's too late. And I saw it myself. I didn't leave to another country to find a wife for nothing. And I did this 10 years ago. There was a reason. I saw where everything was hitting for. Because 10 years ago, the date market was the same as it is today. It just got worse. But I saw all of the red flags, all of the independent boss queens. I saw all of the, what do you call it? Hey, big heads. I saw all of that. I saw all of the, I'm equal to a man. I can get men too. Give my goods to a man and then be used up, get 100 bodies, and then get married to a sucker. It's a nightmare.
I'm glad I didn't do it because, like, wow. No, you don't deserve the wife traits until you treat a woman right. And then you get the wife traits. And then I'll cook for you. And then I'll do the things that you would have never realized made your life better, ever, until you get like a good woman, all right? But the key is to treat her right. And then she will give you those skills, okay? And girls, if you're giving the man the wife traits before he deserves that shit, what are you doing? What are we doing? Stop. Literally stop. Till that man owns it. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. Like, women, we think like, oh, we want to show him that we can be like a wife. No. If you love a man, you will show him, you know, all the things that make his life better. You don't just give it to him.
See, this is the bad thing. And like she said, the first lady, you have to show that you're worth earning. And I tell you what's happening. They've messed up the game. How have they messed it up? By saying, oh, I want the guy 6 feet. 6 figures they don't care about, but 6 feet. A lot of ladies will not settle, right? What happens when you think that way? You're going for the guys that smashing everything, and then they want that man to be faithful. How and why? Why is he going to be faithful when so many ladies are just giving it to him? I made a video about cuffing season, right? So who do you think all of the ladies are trying to cuff? And who's just running through them in the winter? Those same guys. 6 feet, not the 6 figures, because they could care less.
1, height. My man's gotta be above 6'2". My last 2 boyfriends were 6'3". Both of them. And they were jacked. And they looked really good. How am I supposed to downgrade from that? So, unfortunately, my next man will have to be 6'2" and up. Number 2, you can't have a gut. I need you built. I need you fit and going to the gym multiple times a week. I'm sorry, like, I'm just not gonna date a fat guy. If I can be in the gym 5 days a week and be fit and care about how I look, you can do it. Number 3, he cannot have a salary cap. Whatever career he's in, he needs to have multiple streams of income, and we need to be able to make as much money as possible. That's why I will never date a guy who works in like corporate. What is your 100K salary cap gonna do for me?
You can't make this shit up.
The max you'll ever be able to get to is like what, 150? Yeah, no, we're good. I need you in a career that is going to make us money. I am a lover of luxury. I like expensive things. I like expensive vacations. So will you, if you're my man. So we need a career that can support that. Number 4, whenever we travel, he's got to be flying his business. I'm sorry, we're not saying an economy together. It's just not happening. Again, this is where the lack of salary cap is really going to help. And number 5, he's got to have a really nice watch. I'm not really impressed when I hear somebody has a Rolex anymore because those can be really cheap. I would much prefer if you had an AP or a Patek and maybe multiple of them. The Rolex can be your day watch and it still better be 50K plus.
Someone call a search party because these TikToks are lost in Delulu land.
Okay. Honey, you're not worth it. You're not worth it. Can I say what we're all thinking? The fact that you delineated this with such, an ego, like you think you're God's gift. You're not worth any of those things. If he is 6'2" and up, built, has multiple watches of the kind that you delineate are appropriate, makes over 150K with no salary cap, and flies his girlfriend first class everywhere, even if he does all that, he shouldn't be doing it for you because you're not worth it.
Emotional damage!
Right? The girl who's worth it is the one who doesn't demand all this and gets it just because she's polite and amazing to be around and loyal and loves her man for who he is, not for the stuff. So, again, and listen, oh God, I hate to be this person. Attractive girl, yes, but man, she thinks she's a 10 plus and I don't know. Listen, girls, you have an inflated sense of self that's beyond. So these are the types of girls. Honey, what are you doing for him? I want a list. In fact, I would like you, honey, if you're watching, because some of them do, by the way. Just so you know, guys, I get messages from these women. Oh my God, that's me in the video. You're so mean. You're like a mean, like old woman. I eat it up like a Christmas cookie that's just cooked just right. It's not too soft. It's not too burnt. I eat it up because you know what? It's getting under their skin because I'm telling them the truth. So, honey, love muffin out there, if you see the video, I would like to see your list of what you bring to the table that doesn't involve what you look like.
Absolutely nothing.
Crickets chirp a little bit more. Really, I want a long list. This is crazy. Okay. And now listen, it would be one thing if she internally really said, well, I want a guy. The height thing always is just fascinating to me. Like I can't, I don't know what that's about. But if you wanted a guy who was fit, and you wanted a guy who made good money because you wanted to be say you wanted to not work, right? And you wanted to be hey, I want to stay home with the kids, so he's got to carry the load. And let's say you really did, when you traveled, you wanted to travel really well and you wanted to take a really great vacation. And, the watches is ridiculous. Honestly, was how unbelievably materialistic and lame. But whatever. Let's say you wanted these things and you internally felt like that. You would also, if you were a good woman, you'd be like, you know what? I have to be pulling my weight, and I'm going to provide these things that a guy really wants. I'm going to make myself really attractive to those, high value guys that have the money and all this. And what's that going to look like? Well, it's going to look like me being respectful and me being loyal and me being submissive. And, the man of the house is the man of the house. And I'm not going to be a headache for him. And I'm going to say, hey, I want to stay home with the kids. I want to, cook the meals, and I want to be present, and I want to be mom. And, it's a different energy that then guys want to do. Guys are so inclined to want to do really nice things for good women, right? They want to do nice things for you. They want to treat their girlfriends well. They want to buy a nice, birthday treat or a birthday surprise, but not for women like this. Guys, listen, if they're delineating all this stuff, they don't care about you. They want a showpiece, or they want it's all about money, and she's a lover of luxury. She doesn't care about you at all. You want a woman who cares about you so much that the stuff is extra and it's nice. Don't get me wrong. A beautiful luxury vacation is nice. Don't get me wrong. Flying first class is nice. And all this stuff is nice. Even the watches, which I could give a lick about. But yeah, sure, it's nice stuff. Okay, whatever the stuff is that you like. I like, infrared saunas that are expensive. So it's nice. But you need to know that woman's going to be by your side through thick and thin. Not there for the stuff. How unbelievably unlikable these women are. Right? Is it me? Get the chat. Tell me. I want to know.
I couldn't agree more.
What she said, they're going to be there through thick and thin. What happens? That man gets fired. You can be up and then be way down. I look at people who hit the lotto, right? A lot of times they end up being unalived by people they know, or people that go in the NBA, right? They have riches. They give you everyone around them everything they want. And then people backstab them. Happens to so many guys. But also, this happens to so many guys. And you know who it happens by? Guys who have it. Right? Because I'll tell you what happens. In the US, we do have a simp problem. A big simp problem. And also, we have an issue with some guys. They have it and they just give it to girls like this. And some guys, they take advantage of girls like this. And they wouldn't marry her. You see how she's talking? They wouldn't marry her. Never would marry her. They actually go and get ladies overseas as well.
And I'm literally is this not what dating today feels like? There's one really smart, handsome, attractive guy, and then 10 amazing women per man.
Welcome to the future.
I'm not on dating apps anymore, but when I was, you just know the women to male ratio of amazing women is just always so outnumbered. And then also I'm a Christian, so it's I just saw this video where she was why are women outnumbering men in the church? I'm just I don't know, that is how the dating market has felt to me. Just like the job market, there are not enough good jobs for the number of people that are educated and want to be employed. And I'm not saying there's not enough good men. I just feel I see more women that are ready to get married, that have their stuff together, than I come across men who aren't already married or already in relationships. And so I think reality TV, it feels more like reality. Especially when it comes to these shows like The Bachelor, 4 Months a Wife, Love is Blind. It feels so much more realistic than like just watching one couple one-on-one date. Like today, it just literally feels like, I know a lot of women talk about having rosters. I personally don't believe in that. It's just not my thing. But I personally feel like men have so much like advantage and leverage in this dating time, just because there's just so many great dateable women right now, just marrying women, like women that anyone would want to be with.
No, she's sadly mistaken. She has no idea. She's living in Delulu land.
Who will? Like, if he won't open your door for you, find someone who will. Simple, right? My brother just asked me, does that work for guys too? I was like, of course. So he's like, so if she doesn't cook for me, find someone who will. If she won't do my laundry for me, then find a girl that will. Why does it sound so bad when men say it?
It sounds bad because our society and culture are in a fallen state, and our media has everybody brainwashed into believing that life is about what I want, who owes it to me, and how I get it from them, but not about what I should be providing to others. This is my depiction of a transactional relationship. This is one thing she wants from him, one thing he wants from her, and if you stop there, it's just a negotiation. How much do I have to give to get? More mature relationships are focused on what I can provide. What is it that makes me a quality partner? That's why these conversations about the table are so stupid. Women will say, I am the table, as if he has no needs at all. That's what these princess treatment relationships are. It's just simping with no reciprocation, and it ends when you can't keep it up anymore. So when you say,
Why does it sound so bad when men say it?
It is because you are experiencing a demand instead of an offer of support. And that is how the internet pulls consciousness downwards. You might be a unique individual who recognizes multiple valid perspectives, but when you're flipping through TikTok, you're being programmed to be egocentric, self-interested, and self-protective. And to see...
This is the thing. You see what he's explaining. Only if more of you ladies saw this. Because seriously, you look at guys going overseas, you look at guys even in the repo space and go, evil, evil, evil. But everything you're doing is evil. You believe in feminism, it's evil. You're going against the natural order of things. Oh, I hate the patriarchy, I hate the patriarchy. It was meant, I repeat, it was meant for men to rule. And not to rule you in a negative way to where we're doing you wrong.
See others mainly as a means to an end. We still need to get our needs met. It's just so annoying to hear you all talk about it. I want this, and I want this, and I want that. Where's the part that would make us want to give it? I'll give you an example. I would love somebody to do chores for me. I just don't list it as a primary requirement. I say that I'm looking for someone who is excited about who I am as a person, so we can both help each other live fuller, more satisfying lives. And that would have to include someone doing the laundry, so there's no reason to mention it. It's a question of language and mentality. Everyone's talking about the results they want, but not about what they're going to do in order to deserve them. If you don't like your situation, you need to figure out why it's like that, and then rethink a few things, and then change how you show up and what you do, or who you hang out with, and see if you get better results. But instead, people just like to list off their demands on TikTok and offer nothing. It's social degradation. Don't do it.
Damn! So not one man ever looked at me and said, let me put this bitch up. Let me buy this bitch a Range Rover, an Escalade, or a Porsche. She can pick any Birkin or Chanel bag she want every Tuesday, and all she have to worry about is what hairstyle she gonna wear, what she gonna wear, drink lemon drops with her friends just to go gossip. Not one man? I am not the bitch I think I am.
I just witnessed a comment section full of women discussing that being married is not a flex, saying how unnecessary marriage is, and then proceeding to tell the happily married women in the comments that they really not happy and they gonna take their man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to America. The way society has brainwashed y'all, how you don't want to be married but you have dreams of being somebody's mother.
Make it make sense.
And I know y'all gonna come over here trying to tussle me in the comments, but I genuinely want to know. Y'all don't even be believing what y'all saying.
Don't think getting married worth losing food stamps. Bye, bitch. Bye.
So, somebody asked me, why don't men want to get married anymore? Well, quite simple. There is no benefits in it no more. And plus, if you get married in the United States and the woman can wake up and say, you know what, I'm tired of this. I don't want to be with you no more. She can take half of everything. So, I mean, that is part of it, but there's a lot more to it. But the other reason that I think is because that marriage is just not what it used to be. Most people get married for finances. Most people get married because the other half is struggling. Well, that's the same thing, but there's a lot more to it. I just can't think of none right now. But the first thing I said, most definitely, there ain't no benefits in it for a man anyway.
About this before they get married, man. And when they do think about it, it's already too late. The damage is already completed. So when you get married to a female and she has passed all your tests, you vetted her a long time, and y'all get into a full-blown marriage, and now you guys got kids and stuff. Y'all been together for the past like 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7 years, and then she decides that she want to get a divorce, and she want to take half of everything that you got because she got bored of you for some reason. She want to go experience somebody else. Like, imagine shit. Imagine shit, bro, that you thought you and this woman was going to be together until Jesus Christ come back. Imagine that shit. But now you find out that you put your all into this one relationship of marriage. Now you got a son and daughter now. Now your wife want a divorce now, and she want to take half of every single thing. Reminds you, when you didn't meet her, she was broke. She had nothing going for herself. She was working at the bar, club, whatever. And your fucking marriage just ends just like that. She takes everything. Now you're mad. Now you pissed off that you have to give up half of your fucking money that you work hard for because you made that decision to marry a female. Marriages are done. Marriages is a scam. Marriages is set up to be a full-blown robbery. That's what it is. You get nothing from a marriage. You only get stressed out. You get depressed. You get complacent. You get fat. You just get up. Then your freedom up. You don't got no freedom. Every time when you gotta leave the house, you always gotta tell somebody where you going, bro. Imagine that. Versus when you could have just stayed single, date. You could date. I mean, you could do whatever you want, but I'm saying you could date, get a girlfriend without getting married, without having children, and then you be good. You would still have all your money that you work hard for. You would still have all of your businesses that you build. But now you got married to this and y'all been together for 7 years, and you and her got kids together. So now she want alimony, she want the child support, and then she want more money than that. I believe marriages are men downfall. It literally is. That's why I don't recommend men get married, bro. Y'all can do what y'all want to do, but I'm telling you guys that marriages will destroy life. It will do that shit. I don't care if she's the right woman. She's like all this and that. I don't care, bro. Sooner or later, she'll get bored. Sooner or later, man. No woman can't stay with a dude forever and ever and ever until they die.
Cooking in America right now. Like half of marriages end up failing because of divorce. So I'm probably not even gonna get married, or at least not marry an American girl, because I don't want her taking half my kids. So that's what it seems like is happening for most dudes in America right now. I'm this close to just becoming a passport bro after school, and when I'm done with everything that I need to focus on now.
This is the way.
And just moving to Europe, becoming a passport bro, finding a wife out there, moving back to America, or even living out there.
And maybe not bring her back.
Like, wouldn't be opposed to living in a different country.
Yeah.
But it's very sad. Like, divorce is on the rise, and it's only going to get worse. Like, you getting married right now is kind of setting yourself up for failure unless you like truly trust your wife or your husband. It's a very scary thing. Like, half of marriages end from divorce right now. Like, you're setting yourself up for failure. So if you're getting married right now, I wish you luck. Keep God on your side, and that's all I can really say.
This is why men are leaving America to find wives. The passport bro movement is in full effect. At the end of the day, a man is the one who is responsible for providing for his family. So it's up to him to decide which woman he wants to give his provision to. If half of marriages end in divorce and women are more incentivized to leave a man than stay with him, that is not a logical, smart decision for a man to actually marry women in America. So yes, I support the passport bros movement. If you want to go elsewhere and find women, all I'm saying is don't do it with the premise of these women elsewhere should accept me for the way I am. You need to also bring value to their lives. You need to also be the best man you can be. And if you want to go anywhere you want to go, then perfectly fine. Just don't expect to be given loyalty, submission, just because you're American.
All these American men leave America, go to Asia, Philippines, Thailand, go to South America, Colombia, Brazil to find wives. And it's so true because when you're in America, the main thing that all these damn people say is happy wife, happy life. But what I realized when you go to Asia, when you go to South America, the men are put on a pedestal because they understand that when you're a provider, you bring so much to the plate, so much to the damn table that they'll rather respect, give you loyalty. They're not expecting you to control them. They're not trying to get manipulated, but they know that if they're with you, they're going to value and they're going to have a better life than just being by themselves. Women in America, they want to be, oh, I don't need no man. I could do for myself. Oh, yada, yada, yada. If you can't pay my bills, I don't want nothing to do with you. Go to Asia, these girls would gladly go 50-50 with you. If you are willing to pay all the bills and give 100, because even in America, they want you to pay 100% of their bills and give them more than above. They want you to go on trips. They want you to get restaurants. They want you to go so much and above. But go to Asia, go on a date for $5, $10 and see the reaction of that girl. Go to South America and go get some food and ask her, yo, do you mind if you cook for me some rice, beans, chicken, and the happiness of these girls. Ask a girl in America to cook you a damn meal. Ask a girl in America, yo, you want to go 50-50? Yo, can you at least get me some coffee? Can you give me, bruh, telling you right now, go to South America, go to Asia, and I promise you, you could find an amazing woman, beautiful, loyal, respectful, and actually cares about you. American women just looking for handouts.
Yeah, and that's where we're at now. And that's why I started this channel. And I got to talk to you guys for a second. It'll be quick. You know, when I started this channel, everyone knows my story. I was an expat in the Philippines, but I said, I understand what's happening in America. And I said, I have to reach back out, right? And kind of tell my story. It's the story that's told all over social media. But I have to put together these videos in a way to where it tells a story. And if you guys notice, every part of the video was leading to the next part of the video. And I know the videos are long, but the way it was structured is so it can touch your soul, right? Because a lot of men need to be awakened. We are living in a vicious time. And so long ago, I knew that it was evil. I knew everything happening in America was evil. And I said, I have to get out. So that's what I did. And now I'm here now, talking with you. I'm one of the guys that influenced Passport Bros. Like me, the level I am, I'm deeper than a Passport Bro. But I was the guys the Passport Bros were watching in the Philippines. This is personal to me. But yeah, other than that, y'all, I do what I do to reach back out. With all that being said, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Come see my next video. Peace.
Coming.